Have you ever judged someone in just a few seconds? Or felt completely certain that you understood something until someone asked you to explain it? Most of us think we know Les Miserables, the story of a man imprisoned for stealing a loaf of bread. But let's be honest, do we really understand the human, social, and moral forces behind that story? Or are we trapped in what psychologists call the illusion of explanatory depth? The belief that we understand something far better than we actually do. Today, we are looking beyond that plot of Les Miserables, because this story isn't only about Jean Valjean, it is about us. We see Jean Valjean as a symbol of redemption, a man who transformed from a prisoner into a noble human being. But that transformation wasn't simple. It began when Bishop Merrill chose mercy over punishment, when he gave Valjean a second chance. Now think about your own life. How many of us are still carrying labels from the past? I'm not good enough. I always fail. People never change. Maybe Valjean's yellow passport didn't disappear with the 19th century. Maybe some of us still carry it in our mind. Then there is Javert, the man of law, the man of certainty. For him, people are either good or bad, guilty or innocent, nothing in between. But aren't we sometimes like Javert? Someone makes one mistake. We hear one story. We see one moment of their life. And suddenly we think we know who they are, when in reality we've only read a few pages of their story. Javert cannot accept that a former criminal could become a good man. And that inability destroys his entire world view. The most dangerous prisons are the ones built from our own beliefs. But Hugo's story isn't only about individuals. It's about society. Fontaine is crushed by poverty. Cosette suffers because of the cruelty of others. And Hugo asks a difficult question. How often do we judge people without understanding the circumstances that shaped them? How often do we see the outcome, but never the suffering behind it? Sometimes what we call a personal failure is actually the result of a broken system. And maybe that's why judging is so much easier than understanding. So why is Les Miserables still alive today? Because we are still fighting the same illusion. We watch a movie, read a summary, scroll through a few posts, and convince ourselves that we understand. But familiarity is not understanding. Hugo spent 17 years writing this novel because he knew that the human soul is too complex to fit into simple answers. Perhaps the most unsettling discovery is this. Javert doesn't live only in Hugo's novel, he sometimes lives inside us, the part of us that think it already has the answer. before it has ever understood the question. The next time you are about to judge someone, pause for a moment. Ask yourself, if I had their family, their fear, their poverty, their opportunities and limitations, would I really have acted differently? Or am I, like Javert, trapped in my own illusion of understanding? This is Mr. Brilliant, a place where we don't just discuss books and ideas. We question everything. Because sometimes one good question is worth more than 1,000 answers. Until next time, pay attention to the questions that keep your mind awake.
वीडियोस बनाने हैं, फिल्मोरा है ना।